y'all. Thank you for joining us for our latest episode of Prep Rally, a podcast focused on Catholic high schools here in the Diocese of Phoenix. My name is Abigail Standish, and I am your Prep Rally host, and I'm super excited to be here with y'all today. Before we begin, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Catholic Education Arizona. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast and for all the beautiful work you do in the state of Arizona to promote Catholic education. On today's episode, we have some incredible guests here to talk about the service opportunities at their schools. We have Carlos Fernandez from St. Mary's Catholic High School. We have Lucas Vargas. I almost messed up his name, y'all. Lucas Vargas from Brophy College Prep. Welcome, y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Great. So I want to start by kind of telling us, what grade you're in and a hobby you like, something like that, something fun about yourself. So Lucas, why don't we begin with you?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm in the junior class in Brophy, so class of 2026. One interesting thing about me is I love music. I play the trombone, the piano, and the guitar. Oh my gosh. And I'm involved in my school's jazz band. So music is a big part of me. Yeah.
That is so cool. So what all does Brophy do with their jazz band? Like, do you do performances for like school events and stuff like that, or what all do you do?
Yeah, so the jazz band is really sort of the presentational band that Brophy uses a lot. So we play at a lot of the events. Like on Thursday, we're going to be playing at the Power Breakfast, which is one of the important events we have each year to get our donations for the school so we can fund our education. And we also play at events like the Catholic Schools Rally we were at just about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool. Y'all, that's a reference back to our last episode, if you remember, how we talked about the Catholic Schools Week Rally. So it's awesome to hear that you were there and y'all were playing at it. Thank you, Lucas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, Carlos, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name's Carlos. I'm in the junior class. Thing I like to do is mainly I'm a cowboy in a way.
Okay.
I have a little ranch, ride horse, cows, goats, chickens, etc. So yeah.
Nice. You're speaking my language. I'm from Texas. My favorite animal is a cow. So I love that. How long have you been riding horses for and kind of living the farm life for?
Oh, it's I wouldn't say too long, but long enough to know,
Yeah.
I started riding horses, I'd say around the age of 7.
Oh, wow.
I used to drive all the way to Queen Creek with where my uncles used to be at. He showed us how to ride horses, so I learned from there. Not so long ago, we got a house. And my dad, our neighbor had animals. We sold it to us, and then from there, we got a horse and a cow, so yeah.
Oh my gosh, so y'all own your own horse and cow and everything. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so jealous. I cannot lie. Thank you. Welcome to the show. So Carlos, we're going to go back to you. So you're a part of the St. Vincent de Paul dinner service at St. Mary's. Can you tell us kind of about it, what it is, what y'all do, and stuff like that?
So what we do is we go and volunteer at St. Vincent de Paul. Mainly they do this family dinner. We're a waitress, so we serve, we go ask them, do you want this food, depending on the day they're serving. When I went to go serve, they had chicken curry and beef stew. So yeah, we asked them what they prefer, the chicken curry was the favorite, so
really?
That was mainly the one we would hand out. But yeah, that's we go to St. Vincent, we serve food to the families and the veterans. So yeah, it's a big thing for St. Mary's, yeah.
That's beautiful. I cannot lie. I would also have to choose a chicken curry. I that makes sense that it was a favorite. It's such a good meal. So why did you want to participate in this service opportunity at St. Mary's?
Mainly because I like seeing people happy. No one likes a sad person, right? So something I noticed there was when you serve them their food, they just get a big smile. Because I was in charge with the veterans, so elder people. They serve their country, so they just like getting helped. Most of them were old, so it kind of take them to they take them a while to go and get their food. So that's why we were there to help them. There's people in wheelchairs. They had a salad bar, and so it was hard for them to go to salad bar. So we would offer ourselves to go and get their salad they wanted. So yeah,
that's beautiful. I love that. I love how you talk about how it's really, you love to make people happy. I feel like when I have had the opportunity to do different things like this, especially at food kitchens, when it comes to this, food is so communal. It's such a beautiful opportunity for people to gather together. And so to be able to enter into that opportunity with people you might never have met before, and they're going through something really difficult in life. And so to be there and just to be a smiling face, the times I've done it, I know so many people are thank you for being here. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you for being present. And it can change somebody's somebody's day. Like it can really change their outlook and kind of how they're feeling in the moment. So that's beautiful. So still kind of going back to like St. Mary's and the service opportunities it's provided you, how has St. Mary's kind of helped form, your love and your desire to be able to serve others, to walk with others?
Mainly the big thing they have for us there is the service, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really made me into character in a way of being able to give, even have such little time,
Mm-hmm.
It shows you even if you have such little bit of time to like at least give a bit of it back to the people, because there's like I can't remember the Bible verse, but
Mm-hmm.
it's Matthew, and it talks about how Jesus thanks you for feeding him, clothing
Mm-hmm.
him, etc., right? And then you ask yourself, when did I do that? And then he replies, when you fed the families, when you clothed the naked, when you gave back to the community in a way,
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Is that the one? I think it is. That's like what you did for the least of my brothers and sisters, you did for me. Is it the same one? Yeah, I love that verse. That one's beautiful. I love how it encapsulates really like what we are called to do and how we're called to put our faith into action of like, if Christ is alive, like we are all made in the image and likeness of God. So God and Christ is alive within each of us. And so we are called to help Christ, to walk with Christ. And I love how that's a verse that really kind of helped motivate you into doing that. Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful. Course. So, okay, Lucas, kind of transitioning over to you. So you're part of Kino Teens at Brophy. Can you kind of tell us about the programming and what kind of service y'all do?
Yeah, for sure. So Kino Teens is our border and immigration awareness club and group on campus. What we do is we run a lot of awareness campaigns about the issues surrounding migrants and migration and the dangers associated with that process. And we also specifically assist in campaigns supporting the Kino Border Initiative, which is one of our fellow Catholic institutions in Nogales that we support. We help lead trips down there of students to go serve migrants and bring donations there. And we also generally serve as advocates in the broader community for immigration issues as a whole.
That's awesome. Y'all got a lot going on.
We do have a lot going on.
That's awesome. So why do you find it important to be part of Kino Teens, to be part of a group that has this focus on walking with others and serving others in need?
Yeah, so I'm reminded of a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. that I really like. It was, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. Everywhere, sorry. And when I think of that quote, it really encapsulates the issue of migration for me. Being a native Arizonan, and specifically within the Diocese of Phoenix, immigration has been a critical part of our history, not only of my heritage, but just as a broader for our state and our country. And today's world, I feel like there's so much hate and vitriol against migrant communities, and especially undocumented communities in Arizona. So what we really try and do is sort of bring that justice back, bring open people's eyes, show them that, again, like you said, that Christ is a part of all of us, and so that we can show them all and really humanize the issue so we can be voices for truth and justice.
Beautiful. I love that. I like how you were talking about how, y'all recognize that there's so much maybe hatred or discomfort, and it's kind of addressing that to help get rid of maybe what misconceptions and things like that. And really kind of, I don't know if you use the word peace, but really kind of working towards this peace. When you said that, it reminded me of this quote. I think it's Pope Paul VI, and he said, if you want peace, work for justice. Yeah. And if you want this element of peace in our society, who doesn't want to live in a completely peaceful society? Like that sounds like the literal perfect world. And if we want to work for that peace, we also have to work for justice and working to end these inequalities and everything like that. That's beautiful. So kind of like I was asking Carlos about St. Mary's, how has Brophy helped form you in your desire to walk with others and your desire to be there with the vulnerable?
Yeah, I feel like one thing that Brophy has really helped me do is experience opportunities as they are, like without sugarcoating anything, giving me the opportunity to experience truth and reality. Yeah. I especially love the fact that we get to go on immersion trips down to the Kino Border Initiative. Beautiful. That is a unique experience that I know is super transformational, and I've encouraged friends to go on it, and I know they come out with the same experience. So it's sort of being able to go down there and compare what you think to what you see and realize that you are walking in the shoes of other people and you see Christ in other people. And that really helps you to come to your own conclusion of wanting to serve other people, right? Simply that exposure in itself, I think, is so much of an inspiration to everyone.
Yeah, I love that. I have had the opportunity to go to both Kino Border Initiative, and to different St. Vincent de Paul locations. And I think, like you were saying, that eye-opening experience, and I'm sure you've experienced this too, Carlos, is just to be able to encounter somebody different than yourself or who is in different situations. Like, that can change the way you think and can change the way you see the world. And I think that's so beautiful. So if anybody ever, and if any of our viewers, if you ever have the opportunity to go to St. Vincent de Paul, to go to Kino Border Initiative, or any of the other Catholic programs in our diocese or around Arizona that are doing this work, I would strongly, strongly encourage you to. I think it's beautiful to dedicate our time. And like Carlos was saying, sometimes we have such little time to give, but it's still important to give it. So I'd really encourage y'all to do that. So a question I'm really curious to learn more kind of what y'all are doing in the future of your programs. So can y'all tell us about what upcoming programs you have that you're excited about? So Carlos, we'll start with you.
Yeah, actually, we have another, we're going to go serve more families again on February 19th.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to that, because mainly before we go and start serving, on the way to there, one of our teachers, Mr. Mora, he begins to put us into the process of begin to serve. So he kind of he reads to us a bit of passages, and then he mentioned a bit how we're not doing this to get a pat in the back. We're doing this for Jesus, right? Because and yet again he mentioned the quote of Matthew of when I was naked you clothed me, when I was hungry you fed me. So yeah, he really puts us into both mentally and spiritually to go out and serve the families.
That's beautiful. So you said you're going out on the 19th again. Do y'all kind of do it on a monthly or weekly, or is there a regular basis that y'all go on?
Right now we're not too sure because we're barely starting it.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
But hopefully it becomes a weekly or monthly thing.
Yeah. That's incredible. Oh, I love that you're here and it's kind of starting to kick off. So you're here to share about it. Thank you. Okay, Lucas, same question to you. What's something what programming you're looking forward to?
Yeah, for sure. So I think that things are looking good for our organization. I mean, we're gathering a lot of momentum, especially with the recent election results. I feel like a lot of the advocacy community is feeling really down, but I feel that we have a unique opportunity to make a difference. Most recently, one of the things we did was we united the Arizona Catholic schools to go down to the Arizona Capitol on E-Day, which was sponsored by Aliento, which is a fellow immigration advocacy organization. And what we did is we got schools from across the state to come together and speak to our legislators about important migration issues. So this was the first time we did that. I'm really hoping that will continue into the future. I think especially that when we team up all the Catholic schools together, we really create a really strong voice. We had, I think it was close to 150 students show up from all these Catholic schools.
Wow.
And universities on that day. So that was really great. And I think just generally continuing the process of donation drives that we've done. We've done great work in the past. One of my friends, Sebastian, he helped to organize a iPad donation drive for the kids to bring language learning content. And I'm happy that we get to do those type of things, and we'll continue doing them in the future.
That's beautiful. I love how you talk about, and you kind of did too, Carlos, with your community going to St. Vincent de Paul together, how important it is for community to come together like you did with the other Catholic schools, like you do with your community at St. Mary's, because that's really where we can make a difference, is when we come together as a community. We're not meant to do this work alone, and nobody asks us to do it alone. And so the power of coming together as a community is so beautiful and so strengthening. So thank y'all for sharing that. So we've kind of been talking about these serious things, these super, super important topics and very timely topics as well. But I want to end with a super fun, well, I find it to be a super fun question. So our last question of the episode is, if you could choose, what would you be the patron saint of and why? So Lucas, let's start with you.
Okay. So my answer might be a little bit more serious, but I think I have a really good reason for it.
Okay.
So I would be the patron saint of community leaders, especially people like legislators, city council members, exactly like that. I'm really into journalism, policy, stuff like that. And whenever I love to go talking to legislators and community leaders, telling them about the issues and the impact our community, especially with immigration. And I feel like a lot of them are so tied to issues of getting reelected or their donors. And sometimes I feel like they lack the courage to go out and do what they know is right. Because I know I've talked to a lot of legislators, a lot of community leaders who just need that courage to go out and do something. So if I could be a patron saint of anything, I would be the patron saint of them.
That's beautiful. That's a really great reason. I love that. Thank you. Okay, Carlos.
I'd be the patron saint of cowboys.
Nice.
So,
you stole my answer. I'm just kidding.
just mainly because I like cowboy stuff. I love animals. So St. Francis beat me to it. But
oh yeah, but you got cowboys.
I got cowboys.
Is there currently a patron saint of cowboys? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Okay,
But yeah.
so I mean, St. Francis got you on animals, but I think
yeah.
you got cowboys. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, this episode, I'm thinking, okay, so first my answer was going to be Greek chicken wraps because, yeah, but my answer's not as serious as yours, Lucas, because I had a Greek chicken wrap for lunch and it was really good. But then I was telling my coworker that and she was like, oh my gosh, you should be the patron saint of coworker friendships. And I was like, wait, that's really cute. So I'm going to do that one as well. So double Greek chicken wraps. I'm not Greek, but like hopefully I could still do that. If, I don't know. Coworker friendships, because how beautiful it is to be in community together and to be silly with your coworkers, especially our communications team. A big shout out to them for all they do for Prep Rally. So I want to say again, thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for sharing about the beautiful work that you're doing at your school and that these opportunities that you've had, and also just what you individually are doing. How beautiful it is to see that our students are very active in this and are wanting to be out there and are wanting to serve the people of God and to walk with the people of God. So thank you all so much for sharing in that.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, it was so much fun. I also, of course, want to say again, thank you so much to our sponsor, Catholic Education Arizona. This podcast would not be possible without you. I would not have the opportunity to meet amazing students and for our diocese to learn about our amazing students without you. So thank you so much. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode of Prep Rally. If you did, make sure to like this episode, share it with others, subscribe to literally all of our platforms. Just go ahead and subscribe so you get all the news, up to date, everything. And comment below what you might want to see in the future because we want to hear your suggestions. Make sure to check back each month for the latest episode of Prep Rally as well. Bye, y'all.